can be so hard to actually stick to the resolutions, and almost all of us every year get to the end of the year and look at our resolutions on last year, and we see at least a few things we haven't completed. So I wanted to help you guys avoid that this year and actually stick to your New Year's resolutions. So let's hop right into the video. So firstly, I've got a random background here. I'm at my grandparents' house for the holidays, so I'm stuck filming in the attic, which has been repurposed into a bedroom. So excuse the random items in my background. There are 3 steps that I think are key to forming New Year's resolutions that you actually stick to. And the first one is forming them for a good reason. This comes down to your why. Why are you putting this on your New Year's resolution list? Is it because somebody else is doing it, or because it's what society is telling you you should do? Or is it something you really want to do? Is it something you wanted to do for a long time? Is it something that pushes you or something that makes you grow? Is it from you, or is it some sort of extrinsic motivator? Now that we know where it's come from, you have to really think why. To achieve any goal properly, you need to have a strong reason, because there's going to be days when you're not motivated, when you don't want to. You have to have a reason why you're going to do something even when you don't want to. And it has to be strong enough to invoke your discipline. And that's really hard to form, and why a lot of us start out with these really long lists, but we only achieved a few things because it's the things we actually cared about. Look at the things you achieved this year, especially in a year that there was a lot of obstacles. I can assure you, you probably only got things done that you really cared about this year, given there wasn't exactly a lot of extra, depending on what your goals though were, because for some people staying at home gave them the extra they needed to achieve goals that they normally aren't able to do. But those goals you achieved, you cared about them. You had a strong enough why. And how do I know you had a strong enough why? Because you did it. The ones you didn't do, not a strong enough why. It's hard to find it sometimes, but you have to dig deep and really find a fundamental why to stick to. And I'm sorry that's something that I can't give you, but I at least can put you on the path to finding that why so that you can achieve your goals. The second step is to make a plan to achieve it. So you know where you're going, you know why you're going there, but now you need to know how you're going to get there. You need to have your roadmap ready to go before you start, so you know where you're going, you know the steps along the way, and also have backup plans. If things go wrong, classic 2020 example, your resolutions need to be flexible enough that you can still stick to them when things go wrong. You have to have room for error, room for things to take more time than you thought, things to be harder than they thought, obstacles to just hop in your way that you didn't even think of. It has to be flexible. And also a huge part of that plan, it should be some way of tracking your progress, because that is a huge motivator, is to see how far you've come. Even if you're only a quarter of the way there, you made it a quarter of the way, and you'll know that and get to celebrate it. You don't just have to celebrate at the end. You can celebrate every little tiny milestone in between, but you have to track those milestones to know you achieved them. The final step to making sure you actually achieve those fitness goals is, when you fail, make a plan and start over. So many people just fail and they just say, oh, couldn't do it, too hard. But that's not how anything gets done. You never succeed if you don't fail at least once. So for example, I failed 75 hard this year, and I've made a plan and I'm gonna do it again. I'm just waiting for the winter months to be over, because I just frankly don't want to do it in the winter. But if I wanted to, I would. I just don't want to. And not because I think it's gonna be harder. I mean, okay, yes, it would be harder because it'd be cold and no one wants to work out in the cold, but I don't want to work out in the cold, which is why I'm not doing it. But I have a plan in place, and I have a general start date. I have a start month. I'm going to pick the start date once I get closer, because I just want to make sure there's no events or anything that would make the very beginning much harder. I might, start it towards the end of the month or something. I just want to make sure there's no events that would be like a really bad time to start. But that's the thing. I have this plan here. I'm ready to go. I know I'm gonna do it. And so I'm not worried about not having started it over yet, because I know I'm going to. And the thing is, you have to look back at your failures to make better successes. So look at why you failed. Was it motivation? Was it not having a strong enough why? Did you not have the proper tools? Whatever it was, you can fix it and do better next time. Don't give up completely or wait until 2022. Make a plan and start again. I think that's the biggest, most important thing, because you can make all the plans in the world and you can have flexible plans, and you could still get given some circumstances that just make you fail. But the thing is, you have not failed completely until you've given up. Let me say that again. You have not failed completely until you have given up. So don't give up, get up and try again and smash that resolution, because you have a whole damn year and you can do it. If you need help with actually planning those resolutions and, getting things down, I uploaded my New Year's plan with me last week. I will link it up here, wherever it goes, and you guys can watch that and get a blueprint to how I plan out my goals and how you can plan out your goals. So that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and tick the notification bell so you don't miss any new content from me. I upload new videos every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until next Monday, you can connect with me on Instagram at jackies.journey_, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.